So in this film, we're going to continue breaking down our first half defense against Ball Hog, continuing where we left off, just trying to get 4 or 5 possessions in that we get to break down before the next part. Looks like we're going to set up again on defense. Got an Iverson cut. Looks like there's going to be another screen. Either this person's going to come up through the top, or this person's going to curl around. We'll see kind of what action they got here. Looks like they might be setting an elevator screen, which means this person would come in here, close down. This person would come in here and close down for a 3-point shot, and this person's going to clear out. They close that elevator on that, leaving Miles out. Caden's unaware of the ball, so he's not able to help. And we give up a open 3. Give an offensive rebound, and they're going to the free throw line. Let's go to the next possession. Again, we got Ball Hog with pretty good spacing. There's a lot of room to dribble and drive. Nobody's being rushed right now. We need to pressure that ball a little bit more. They look a little comfortable. One move and straight to the basket. So when that happens there, that is something that is really hurting us here. We can't have one move. We got to be able to change their direction here. And that's something that a lot of our players struggle with. We got to sprint position. So once Caden recognizes he's beat, he's got to turn and sprint. And he's got to sprint to a point to be able to cut him off, to not let him get straight to the basket. So as he's going here, Caden's got to try to get in front of him to make sure that he doesn't get that layup. We can also make sure that Bryce is possibly in help defense here. Kendall and Miles can be ready to help. But when we get somebody turning the corner like that, going straight to the basket, it really puts us in a position where we're going to be hurting. And if we help too much, if Bryce and Kendall too much, we're going to leave an open shot here. If Kendall helps up too much, he's going to leave the big man open here. So really the biggest point of emphasis is that we got to make sure that we can guard one-on-one, guard our man, stop him from going straight to the basket. So again, we got beat, trying to go downhill. Miles leaves his man. His matchup's right here. He leaves his man to help stop the ball. But they still get a layup. Usually it's going to be a high efficient shot there. Again, we got a lot of movement off ball again. They're causing you guys to run. When you're running, you're focusing on just this person here. You're not necessarily worried about the basketball when that's happening. And that's one of the things about cutting off ball is when you start running, they're either going to be focusing on you or they're going to be focusing on the basketball. They can't really do both. It's hard to get skill sets of being able to comprehend 2 different actions going at the same time and have good spatial awareness. So the more we move off ball, the more opportunities we're going to create. Again, he goes one move, just going straight to the basket here. Again, if Bryson steps over to help, that's going to leave a dribble in here and a pass straight out here. And that's going to be a wide open 3. Hunter's not in position. He's not necessarily aware of the ball. Daniel could be helping off a little bit. Kendall probably should leave his man to help stop the ball if Caden can't get in front of him here. But we really got to focus on trying to turn our man on defense. The more we can put effort forward and just turn our man, change their direction, slow them down, guard your yard, make them go 3 foot either way around you, not necessarily straight line to the basket, the better defensive team we're going to be. He goes straight to the basket, gets the foul. We'll go to the next possession here. We got a sideline out of bounds. Again, when this is happening here, we should be okay with Kendall guarding from behind in this matchup here. After this pass is made, Caden should be aware of ball and man. Right now, again, all our eyes are fixated on just our man and not necessarily the ball. He's dribbling in. Bryson should leave his man. It puts him in a tough situation, but we got to stop the ball. As you can see, Kendall's man's leaving outside and Kendall's going with him, causing that situation. It looks like he's going to start running out that way. He actually doesn't even open up there. Kendall does look like he's going to slide in position here. But again, we are too tight here. All right, they're spaced out wide, which is great. But as we start playing these games, you should be able to beat your individual matchup to the basket and gain an advantage. And if we do that, then you draw 2 defenders. That's going to leave somebody wide open. So we got to make sure that we are in position. They want to spread us out thin. We want to make sure we're kind of in help defense as we kind of go through this. Again, get a contested shot, but that is a layup. So that's a high percentage shot still. Go on to the next possession here. We'll see. We don't know who necessarily is guarding right here. Cole's calling that out. Looks like he's matched up here. Hunter might be here. Kendall should not be guarding 12. 12 is a small guard. So we need to make sure that we kind of find those matchups. So when we sub in, if you're subbing in for somebody, you should recognize who you're subbing in for and what position they play. So this is going to be primary a post player. This looks like a post player. This looks like a better matchup for Cole. Not necessarily blaming Cole, but we got to make sure that we recognize whoever you came in for, we may have to have a switch. And when you come in on the court, you should know who you're going against, and you look at it and if you're like, I'm on 13, that means he's going to be on 12. We got to make sure there's a switch there. And we wait too late, too many possessions, they're going to get advantages after advantages. Again, we'll go back to this play here. It looks like he's going to be going left. This player is left-handed, so now he's going to be driving to the left here. And he goes straight by and gets a layup. We'll go to the next possession here. Again, we should communicate after that one possession there. Cole probably shouldn't guard there, not necessarily saying he can't, but we want to make sure that we actually have matchups that kind of, this should not be the matchup here. We should not have that there. Cole should be switched up with that. Again, that's both sides of you. You should recognize Kendall should not want to guard somebody that small, or it's not necessarily utilizing his strengths. And the same thing, Cole should be recognizing that he should not be guarding somebody that much bigger than him. As this play is kind of developing here, again, Cole, you are in too close to your matchup here. You're not in any type of help defense. You should be playing off your man kind of in this section here. Making sure that your ball side foot is up, so that means that your right foot would be closer to the basketball. Right now, you're kind of keeping your chest facing your man. Right now, your chest is facing the ball. So you want to make sure you're in better position. Daniel is in a proper position. He has his ball side foot closer to the basketball, and he has a chest facing his man. Hunter's in decent position, and Caden right now is in decent position. So we'll play this out. Now in this situation here, a couple things that I see that could happen here is if you get denied on this, and that's what looks like Cole's kind of doing, I would have this guy spin backdoor, and that'd be a great bounce pass to the situation, which then will cause Hunter to rotate over and leaving this guy wide open. I'm not sure necessarily if that's going to be the play at hand, but we're going to see kind of how this play works. They also could be doing a dribble handoff. If they do a dribble handoff, that'd be something they kind of do on options. We got to make sure that we're kind of jumping that, pressuring that ball as much as we can. Again, Daniel should be playing off his man a little bit more and help. Kendall looks like he's in great position. Let's play this out and kind of see what happens here. So again, if this guy would have went back door here, that would have been just a good spin and gone back door. That would have been a great over the top. Put in a 2-on-1 situation with him being here, Hunter having to guard 2 people, guard this person and this person, and that would have been a great position for a ball hog there. So we're teaching a little offense while we're doing defense as well. So we got a switch that happened there. Not necessarily sure if we actually communicated it. So let's go back and let's watch that a little bit more. We'll see exactly kind of probably was communicated, but I don't know for sure. Again, Daniel, you need to make sure that you're mindful of being help side. Cole should be kind of sagging right about here, making sure that he has man and ball. Hunter's in good position. He's denying the post right here. Kendall's in decent position. He could possibly have a foot more in the lane there. We'll see how this play develops. Got a pass up top. Again, look at these big driving lanes, and this is on both sides. So this person can go right through here because Cole's not necessarily going to help to deter that. We want to make sure that we can guard both. Not necessarily so much that you're here that if they make that pass out, we can't guard that three-pointer here. But we want to make sure we can try to guard two people if we can. All right, make them appear like they were a lot in a lot better position to deter them from doing certain actions. Throws it over the top. Daniel's rushing to help. Kendall's in position there. Looks like we might have got a block. Going one more possession here. So Cole is again matched up with 13. Kendall, I guess, is still guarding the small guy. We got to make sure that we try to switch that early and often. I believe I was actually out there calling that, saying we need to switch that as I was keeping score in this game. But we got to make sure we recognize that. Again, Daniel, you can play off your man just a little bit, just making sure you're in position. Because if this pass came all the way from here out to there, from here all the way to there, you're still going to be in position if you're in the lane here or right outside the lane here. So make sure that we're just in better position there. We'll see what this play looks like. So again, stressing this a lot, but we got to make sure that we have better matchups. These Cole and Kendall need to be switching that. Daniel needs to be in help. Hunter, you should be on the inside of him, so you should be on this side of him to make sure that he's not necessarily closer to the basket. You always want to be closer to the basket, especially out of bounds, any position really. You want to be closer to the basket than your man. So we got wide driving lanes. Going to do a handoff. Cole kind of jumps it there, causes the travel. Going to one more possession here. See if we can dive into something here. Again, still haven't made a switch yet. All it takes is a little bit of communication, stressing it a lot, but we want to make sure. It looks like when this person starts running out this way, Hunter, you got to recognize that and call out a screen. You got to make sure you communicate that switch stay, whether they're going to hedge and recover. On this, we'll kind of talk about what a hedge is. So he went away from the screen, but a hedge would be you'd go out there, jump to stop the ball, and then you go back to your man. In this position, again, Cole, you need to be in help side. Kendall could be in help side. Daniel, maybe a step here. Hunter, you'd be in position here. If you see him getting beat on this turn in the corner, if you see him turning the corner getting beat, you need to step up and help to make sure you stop the bleeding. We don't want them going straight to the basket. We'll see how this looks. All the way downhill. In this position like this, that's a layup. It's either going to be a high percentage shot or there's going to be a foul. High percentage shot.